What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Black Spinner Circle vidcast. Al Horta here, my esteemed co-host Andy Rodriguez. What's up, brother?
What is going on, Al? I'm excited for tonight's topic and with our great panel today. Looks great.
Yeah, our panel is growing, man. We're getting almost to Sea of Tranquility proportions here. Speaking of Sea of
Maybe not Hudson Squares, but
Nah.
maybe something like
sometimes they have like 12 people on the show, man. I'm like, holy shit.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Speaking of Sea of Tranquility, I do love that channel though. I've watched Pete Pardo for years, so Pete, if you're watching this, man, invite me on your show one day.
And in fact,
I have met him in person too.
Oh, you have met him in person?
Yeah.
Well, you've met everyone in person.
Wait, do we want to know where?
Actually, I met him twice in person. One time at the Chiller Theater in New Jersey.
Okay.
They were coming. Him and Chris Allo were coming out as I was walking in.
Oh.
And it was cool. Like I ran into them. I'm like, hey, what's up? Actually, no, I'm sorry. I met Pete Pardo 3 times. So the first time I met him was at Sons of Apollo show. In North New Jersey. It was one of the last shows before the pandemic hit, before everything shut down. And that night I had another friend of mine who knew like the manager of the band or something. He actually ended up getting us backstage passes, or meet and greets after, like just passes. So I got to meet Billy Sheehan, Bumblefoot, all them guys. Except Portnoy. Portnoy was pissed off that night. He didn't come out for it, but I met Pete Pardo there. Actually, he was in the lobby, and I had just started maybe a few months before that watching Sea of Tranquility, so I was already a fan of his. So I recognized him. I was like, "Hey, man, I'm a big fan of your channel and stuff." And it's like cool. He was talking to Chris Caffrey from Sabotage and Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Right? So they were both there in the lobby. So I just bullshitted with them a little bit. So that was the first time I met him, and then the second time was coming out of that convention I was just talking about. My God, Chiller Theater, right? So that was a real quick like exchange. They come out. Then another time was at the probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago, Winery Dog show in New Jersey. So again, my buddy Mitch knows Richie Kotzen actually, and after the show he got us back. Richie wasn't feeling good that night though, so he didn't come out. But Billy Sheehan and Mike Portnoy came out and hung out, and back there was Pete Pardo too. He was there. I saw him coming into the club actually before the show started. So I kind of hung with him, here and there throughout the night. But then, backstage where we were just kind of just hanging out with the band, he was there. And so I met him like 3 times, man.
Wow.
So he's a cool dude, man. Very knowledgeable.
Speaking of Chiller Theater, did you see this?
Yeah, I saw it. I just saw that before coming on.
Yeah,
before.
Vinnie Vincent, Chiller
How much
Theater.
does he got charged for that shit, man?
Yeah.
Well, Vinnie Vincent. Wow.
Yeah,
I feel bad for Pete Page, whatever his name is, because he's never met me. So his life is hopelessly flawed because of this. But
who, Pete Pardo?
aside from that. Yeah.
Well, I can die now.
Yeah.
So anyway, Andy, why don't you introduce our guests?
Oh yeah, being here for our first time in a while. It's Brad Daw. How's it going, Brad?
It's going pretty good. Yeah, thanks, guys. It's it's kind of a hot day up here in the mountains of Idaho, and so it's sweaty. There you go.
And also we have with us James Swartz. What's up, Jimmy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
It's going great, man. We haven't had you on like in a couple of weeks, so it's good to see you again.
Yeah, it's good to be here, guys. It's also very hot here in central New York, and our AC has died. So,
That's
no.
I can sympathize with you, Brad.
Oh my God, dude.
With no AC, I can't. I really can't.
Well, you live in like one of the most humid hot areas in the country, right?
Who, me?
Both of you guys, you and Andy.
Yeah, but it's like everywhere I go is AC, so I really don't feel it that much,
On the other end of the spectrum, I work outside every day, so
yeah.
Brutal.
And also with
I'm
us,
used to it.
and
Swamp
also
Ass
with us
Central.
is Manny Mejias. How's it going, Manny? Hey, man, thanks for being here with us tonight. You've been on here quite a bit lately. I love it. It's great.
Well, thank you.
It's great. It's
Well,
really nice having you on.
I hope the ratings or whatever they call it in podcast world has shot to the roof.
The numbers are going up, buddy.
They are.
Yeah, my cholesterol numbers are definitely going up. Oh,
Because you're
Nice,
a goddamn
Brad.
good. Because you're a goddamn good-looking son of a bitch. That's why.
well, thank you. I tell myself that delusional thing every day. Anyway,
All right. So the topic for tonight, I come up with one of my themes again. Being that we're in August now, it's the 8th month of the year. I can't believe it's the 8th month of the year.
Right.
I mean, we got 4 months till Christmas now, pretty much. I don't even want to think about that. But
I don't want to think.
since it's the 8th month of the year, I figured I came up with this theme of let's make an 8-track album out of tracks from your band's 8th album. As if it's not confusing enough, But I figured make your brain work a little bit. But Manny just does things on the fly anyway, so because he's good like that. He's a knowledgeable dude, right?
Well, and Wiki, my best friend, helps me out, and Mr. Google comes in handy.
Now it makes you think. Looking up bands' 8th albums. There's a lot of bands that have great 8th albums, man.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're still like hitting their stride with good quality stuff. So I figure why not? Pick your favorite song from one of those albums and make an 8-track album, like a vinyl album. So I'm gonna have 2 sides, 4 songs each side. That's the way I'm doing it. But I figure it'd be a cool little fun exercise. So anyway, Andy, you want to do what's spinning here?
Yeah. Let's do a quick what's spinning.
Yeah. I mean, what have you been listening to, Manny?
Well,
you pick anything up new recently?
Well, besides Alice Cooper, I put Y&T's first 2 albums called When They Were Yesterday and Today.
Mhm.
They're reissued by Rock Candy Records, so I bought those. I had a bootleg of the second one, Struck Down, and I have that on vinyl, but it's all beat up. And I had the first one from another label on CD, but I decided to pick up the Rock Candy ones, and they sound really, really, really good. I don't have the original vinyl of the first one Yesterday and Today, but it's really good. I was really surprised how good it sounded, because I remember kind of thinking the first one kind of sounded a little bad production. But who's ever doing the remastering did an excellent job. And right before I came on, I just watched a Paul McCartney live video from 2010 or something like that, Around the World or something like that. It was really cool. What's really cool is the songs are all classic, but seeing the audience and how they react to those songs, that to me is really cool. I may like my heavy metal, but I love my Beatles and Paul McCartney. And dude, what a great songwriter! I don't even know if he realizes what a great songwriter he is.
Oh, I think he knows.
Because even his horrible songs are well written. Silly love songs. That bass line in there, kick ass.
Oh, it's phenomenal.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's
what about you, cats? What do you guys been spinning?
How about you, Jimmy?
Well, I went to see Chicago Saturday night, and so I've been kind of on a Chicago kick the last few days. But beyond that, there's a couple albums that I've just have been on repeat recently, and one is Pretzel Logic by Steely Dan, and the other one is Johnny the Fox.
Oh yeah.
Why am I Thin Lizzy? That's that Monday I was in the office and I just had it on repeat the whole day. I mean,
What a great
lyrically, I mean, Phil does these little things lyrically that just blow my mind. It's like in Don't Believe a Word when he says, it might be some other silly pretty girl that I'm singing to, like little things where he just kind of throws it in and there's just a swagger to it. And talk about talk about underrated rock drummers and Brian Downey. I mean, he just
Oh yeah.
that guy's
Absolutely. Yeah.
so underrated. So those have been my go-tos this week.
Nice. Brad, how about you, brother?
Okay, that's a great question. I just came across this band. It seems like there's some underground bands in the UK that are kind of hard rocking and pretty just straight up hard rock stuff. And this is one that I've come across this last week. Wicked Stone. Have you guys heard of these guys?
Nah.
No.
Unbelievable. I think the last album was 2 years ago, or 23, yeah. And then they've got an album before that. So they got two albums. I just bought both of them. And I mean, every song on that first album, I'm going to be playing on Yard Metal. And most of the songs off the second album as well. They're that good. Great vocals, just killer riffs, incredible playing. And they're a UK band. So there
What
you
are they
go.
called again?
Wicked Stone.
Write that down.
Two albums there.
Wicked Stone from the UK.
From the UK, yeah.
All right.
I'll be checking that out.
Yeah, their first album is called Ain't No Rest, and the second one is called something else.
Oh, cool, man.
But yeah, there's another guy. There's like a couple of bands I've stumbled across this last week. Another one's called Ray of Light. I believe they're UK as well, and they got an album out called Salute that's really good. And then another one is the Hot 1-2, which that sounds kind of, the name was like, I don't know that I want to listen to this, but the music's really good. Again, UK band, hard rock, great vocals.
What's the name of them again?
The Hot, and then spelled out 1 O1 ONE, and then 2 TWO. The Hot 1-2.
The Hot 1-2. Huh. Okay.
I'm sure that means something over there. Yeah, the other band is Ray of Light. I can't.
Yeah.
You give them a listen, man. If you tell me if I'm crazy. Well, I am crazy, but tell me if I'm wrong.
The Hot 1-2.
Yeah, the Hot 1-2. And it's just, I thought that's an awful name. It sounds kind of, I don't know, but yeah, the music is killer. But this Wicked Stone band's really got me right now.
Cool.
Like,
I got to check it out, man.
What's going on in the UK? Where are these guys playing, man? How come we're not hearing about this stuff? Oh, I know why. Because we're in America. Nobody listens to new music over here.
Yeah.
New bands can't get going.
No, they can't.
So
Unfortunately,
because of that, we're going to talk about old bands today. Maybe some new bands. We'll see. Who's got the newest song in their 8-track list? That's what I want to see. There should be.
Well,
It's probably
it's not me.
2000s.
Anyway.
There should be.
I bet you Andy has the newest one.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go Jimmy. My money's on Jimmy.
Well,
Maybe.
I don't know, man.
It's between those two,
we
probably.
talked to Al about his obsession with Taylor Swift, and there's no Taylor Swift on the playlist rule that we have because
Does she even have 8 albums? I have no idea.
well, Al would just
It
say
does, actually.
I think
So-
she does.
So I made this project a lot more difficult than it should have been because I thought it was going to be the 8th track on the 8th album.
No.
And
I didn't, I didn't go
So-
that far, man.
I'm like,
I didn't go
God.
that far.
Yeah, so I actually made a list of the best 8th track from the 8th album. But then I'm like, and then I realized, well, that's wrong. So I trashed that list and I made a one that's much better, I think.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see what you guys.
All right.
Hey, down there in the comments, go ahead and make comments. say, geez, Brad, what the hell are you thinking picking that
are they
song?
down there or are they over here?
Yeah.
All right, Andy.
Okay. I pulled out some. I pulled out my thing of alternative CDs.
You pulled out your thing?
No,
Uh-oh.
Jesus.
It's a family channel, Andy. It's a
Family
family
show, yeah.
channel.
but
This ain't no damn
I
family show.
so I pulled out these CDs and I've been listening to these New Order Substance from '87.
That's a great album, dude.
New Order Substance.
Huh.
Also, this greatest hits, added up by the Violent Femmes.
Okay.
I saw the
And
vlog.
then this one is the debut album by Cage the Elephant. So I've been jamming that too. So that's what I've been listening to.
They're playing down here soon.
Oh, for real, are they?
Yeah,
I've seen them several times.
they've been. I think I've seen them once. I think I remember seeing them one time. They're a pretty good live band, actually.
Yeah, dude, they really are.
So I went to go see George Lynch the other night.
Oh yeah.
So I was jamming some Doc, and obviously, George was great. Sounded great. Sounded actually better than the last time I saw him.
Cool.
And
it was Andrew Freeman singing.
no, no, it's not Lynch Mob now. It's just George and like friends. Right. It's just
okay.
But, Terry Ilios from XYZ.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah. It was him. It was now his name is escaping me. The guy from Tora Tora that I actually ended up meeting.
Oh yeah.
I met him after. Him, and then there was another two guys actually. There was one guy that actually sings in a Doc and tribute band. I don't know what his name was. And then the other guitar player that's playing with George is in a band called it's like a cover. Well, there's like an original band and there's like a cover band. They play in both. But
is it the blonde-haired guy?
The blonde-haired guy. He's kind of tall.
Yeah. He kind of looks like he wants to be Mick Ronson.
Yeah, exactly.
Gold LeMay stuff going there. Yeah. I know the deal.
So it's like different vocalists on different songs. It was cool, man. Cool. But Terry did a lot of the singing. The guy from Great White was supposed to be there, but now he wasn't because Great White's doing gigs somewhere. So, but the last time George played a few months ago there, he was there too singing. So
cool.
Anyway, it was a great show. Tomorrow night I'm going to see Mike Campbell from Mike Campbell and the Dirty Knobs. So Mike Campbell from Tom Petty's Heartbreakers. Yeah. So I pulled the last album out by Tom Petty.
Oh, that's a good one.
Great album, man.
Oh, it's so underrated. It's so good. I'm
actually going to be meeting him too, man.
Oh yeah.
Ended up winning a meet and greet, so I'm going to meet him. And
of course you did.
Yep. And Manny's gonna accompany me tomorrow. He's the lucky recipient of the guest spot.
Nice. You're the plus one.
I'm going to ask him what it's like to play with ELO, even though he's never played with ELO. If he gets thrown out,
he'll be like, "Get this fucking curly haired guy out of here, man!
Get him out of here!"
Hey, also, are you going to take something for him to sign?
Yeah, I'm going to bring this one here.
Oh, you use that one?
You can bring a personal line from the sign. So remember that, Manny, if you want to pull out one of your Tom Petty albums or something like that.
Well, the only one I have on vinyl is Greatest Hits. Everything else is on CD.
Yeah, you have this one, right?
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. So that's the two I've been jamming them a little bit today, and then I went to a record store on Sunday. My wife and I were out, and we stopped by this record store in Lakeland, Florida, and it was actually more of like kind of like it wasn't a full record store. It was kind of like the whole kind of like a kind of just like real cool like throwback stuff, man. Not a thrift store, but it's just really cool shit in there. But they had a record thing. I found Lita Ford's first album.
Wow.
The original cover too.
Yeah.
$10, man. I found it for.
Wow.
Because this thing goes for a lot more. So, so I had to get it. Huh?
That's a great find.
Yeah. They had the person's prices in there were great. And
I've never even seen that in person before. That's cool.
They price the stuff to move, not to try to make rape people, so which is cool. I saw it for $10. I'm like, dude, I gotta get this, man, because I've seen it going for like $50, $60, $70, man. Because this cover got banned. They got reissued in a different cover. For some reason, this cover got banned. I guess because of the bloody like stuff. I don't know. Like she ripped the guitar apart and there's like blood and stuff. I don't know why. Is she dressed too? Is she dressed too provocative? I don't know. Here's the back of it.
Satanic Panic of the '80s. People saw it everywhere. It's ridiculous.
And it was cool. I actually
What
found
a strange time to grow up in during the Satanic Panic.
Oh, I remember it well, man. I remember it well.
I know, I kind of miss it because now rock and roll's too safe. Back then, I mean,
was
they thought
dangerous.
poison worship. Yeah, they even thought poison worship the devil. All they worship was Maybelline. But anyway,
so that's the stuff I got to show off. So we can get started with our 8-track album of the 8th albums. I don't know, whatever fucking. Not the 8th track though, Brad. It's not the 8th track from the 8th album. We can pick any track from the 8th album there.
But
pick any track.
But I did do that for fun, though, Brad. I did pick the 8th track off of each album.
If the albums had 8 tracks, right?
Yeah.
Because some of them.
I've got that list here.
Oh yeah, that's the 8th track off the 8th album.
I've got 2 pages.
And then I ranked them for fun.
I got a lot of albums. It's pretty interesting to see, how many bands had 8 albums, and there was one that I really wanted to do, but the 8th album only had 7 songs on it, so I could have put them on my list. Damn!
It's not too late, Brad. It's not too late.
Are you sure? Kind of feels like it's too late.
It's too late.
This isn't here.
I'd like to welcome Travis Parada and Joseph Staub. They're in the chat. So
yeah, hey guys,
what's up, guys? All right, I think tonight, Andy. I think we're just gonna go one by one because it's only 8. It's only 8 tracks. There's no honorable mentions, none of that stuff. So I think it'll go by at a good pace. So, Mandy, you want to start off with whatever track opens up your album?
Deep Purple Burn from 1974 because Deep Purple rules. Is it 74 or 73? I don't remember. It's
74.
That's weird. So they made 2 albums in 1 year.
Those were the days, man.
I know. It just feels like that was such a long stretch of time. But anyway, Deep Purple Burn. The title track. I love every song on there, honestly. But Richie Blackmore's riff on there, his guitar solo, and the way that David Coverdale and Glenn Hughes sing so well together, it's amazing. Excellent. Deep Purple Burn. And
he was energized on that album, man.
He was, and Richie Blackmore is so mad that he's soloing like a madman. It's incredible.
And Ian Pace does not play a straight drum beat throughout the entire verses. Like it's just him, like just going off. It's like a drum solo.
Speaking of underrated drummers, Ian Pace, my God,
one of the best. One of the best.
Yeah,
I don't know these underrated.
And actually, Glenn Hughes. Everyone talks about Glenn Hughes' vocals, which are excellent, but hell of a bass player. Of course, he's got to be a great player. You wouldn't be in Deep Purple if you weren't. Oh, and the great John Lord, may he rest in peace.
Yes.
Guy was amazing.
Yeah.
Great first track, man.
I have a quick question, Manny.
Yeah.
So I also was looking at this album hard. This is back when I thought it had to be the 8th track.
Yeah.
So A200, you dig that one?
That track, no.
Okay, that's why this album didn't make it for me. So,
yeah.
Thank you.
That Deep Purple, I don't think we're a band, at least back then, that did many fillers, but that definitely sounds like a filler.
Yeah.
There's little bits and pieces of it that are okay, but it just sounds like, hey, we got like 5 minutes of tape, so they threw that on there.
I don't like it when bands make I feel like the last song on an album should be a really, really strong song to finish the album off. And so the bands that do kind of put a throwaway at the end, I don't like that.
I don't either because my favorite band of all time is the Doors. And every Doors album, the last song was always an epic. Riders on the Storm, The Soft Parade. You know what I mean? It was always an epic.
Well,
the end.
Back in the day, you it's that last song that would make you flip it over and go back again, and or just leave that song in your head when it was over. So, yeah, last songs need to be big.
Great pick, Manny.
Yeah.
All right, Jimmy.
Great pick.
All right, so this is the way I kind of divided my record up. I've got my first side is more of the progressive rock side,
Mm.
and then the second side is more of the straightforward rock side. So we're going to kick in with the progressive side with a song from my favorite album by this band, and it is the title track off "Minstrel in the Gallery" by
Oh,
Jethro
cool.
Tull,
Okay.
and one of their heaviest songs, one of their most intricate songs. Man, just it doesn't have the same quite the same fire that like Burn does, but it's very fiery. I'll say that. But
Yeah, that's a great track, man. Love that
That,
track.
that is a great
Yeah.
track. And by the way, when people laughed at Jethro on the heavy metal, whatever, the, the Grammys have no credibility anyway, in my opinion. But if you listen to some of those Jethro Tull albums, a lot of those albums had heavier tracks and things that
Mhm.
became called heavy metal later on. So, so anyway,
Yeah,
I
they
like
had some
Jethro
heavy.
Tull.
They had some heavy tunes, man.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did. That's an example right there. You know?
Yeah.
yeah,
Plus,
What was the name of that song, Jimmy?
Minstrel in the Gallery.
Okay.
The Minstrel.
In the gallery. It takes a minute to kick in, but when it kicks in, it goes.
Yeah.
Kicks
you know,
in
this,
hard.
speaking of Jethro Tull, the most underrated guitar player of all time, Martin Barr.
He's
Bear.
so good. He's
Yeah.
so good.
I've
Yeah.
seen
And
him.
drummers, Barrymore
If you ever
Barlow.
if you ever get to see him, man, because he does do shows, man, go see him. He's awesome.
What
He
I've
puts-
heard.
Yeah, I've
You know-
seen him twice, man, and he's great.
You know, those new Jethro Tull albums, which in a way I almost don't consider Jethro Tull, even though Ian Anderson's the main guy, because the
Well,
one thing,
not Martin though, man.
yeah, they're missing that element. They're missing him.
Yeah.
And, but anyway,
right,
underrated. Underrated.
Brad, go ahead, brother.
Okay, so I'm kicking off my fantastic 8-track or album with 8 tracks with one of my favorite opening songs on an album, and that's Blue Oyster Cult's "Fire of Unknown Origin," and that's the title track that leads off. I just love the way this thing hits hard.
Yeah.
Well, it's one of my favorite BOC albums. If you take away the first 3, it's probably my next favorite. Good rocking song. And
Yeah, I love that album, man.
never got I've never seen him play that live, and I've always been disappointed about that. That they, you figured, like, I saw him on the tour and they played, I don't know, 5 songs off the album. Why not that one? Come on, guys.
Yeah.
And they're usually a band that does pull out gems every once in a while, but they never seem to pull that one out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably a reason. I bet they have played it, but you're right, Al. They keep, especially lately in the last 10 years, they keep bringing back really deep tracks. So,
Yeah.
but that's how my album kicks off. Boom.
All right, awesome, man. Andy.
Great pick.
Yeah, so I did pick the 8th album, the 8th track off of each.
You
The
did.
8th track off the 8th album, and I did rank them in order, but now I'm gonna flip it around and make an 8-track out of it. So I'm gonna start it off with Judas Priest. You've got another thing coming.
Ooh.
That was the 8th track on their 8th.
Oh, that was on my 8th list. Eighth,
Well, that's a damn
eighth-
good 8th track on the 8th album.
8 of 8.
That is a great track. I mean, who's putting out one of their biggest hits and their 8th album released as the 8th track?
They didn't expect that to be a big song. It was like I think the last song to make the album.
Yeah.
From what I understand, and they didn't really think that much of it when they put it on there. That's why it was 8th on there, and that turned out to be probably their biggest song ever.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a great song. So that's how I'm going to start my album out. Is
Great
with "You Got Nothing Coming."
Yeah, cool.
All right, man. You know what? Mandy stole my thunder because I'm starting mine off with Burn too. I
All
think
right.
wow. To me, that song is a perfect opener for an album. It just fucking just goes right for the throat, and Blackmore is just on fire, no pun intended. He just burns on there, man, like literally. And and the double vocal attack of Coverdale and Hughes, man. I mean, that was the first album with the Mark III lineup, man. And you know, nobody really thought, who would have thought like, they would have still maintained and come out with a great album like that. Because the album before that was Who Do You Think We Are, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Which was a little bit of a letdown after Machine Head. You know what I
Right.
mean? So, although I love Woman from Tokyo, that's one of my favorite songs by them. But
There's some good tracks on that album.
there's a couple of good tracks, but I think Burn, I think they came back strong. I know Andy's not a big fan of the Mark III. He's more of a Mark II guy.
Exactly.
And I am as well, actually. I'm more of a Mark II guy, but Burn, you can't deny the greatness of Burn. That's a great album, man.
Burn can burn in hell. I'm sorry, I went too far.
I like
You're
every
satanic.
I like every lineup of Deep Purple, but my favorite is the Mark II. But
Yeah.
I do like them all. I even like the Simon McBride or whatever the new guy's name is.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, dude.
Oh, he's
Yeah.
a
What
great
number is
man.
that anyway?
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a great.
Were we up to Mark 16 or something?
Nah, I think like Mark 8.
I don't keep up with that stuff.
I know.
I will look it up later
No,
on.
yeah, I mean, I keep up with the lineups, but I don't go whatever. Nowadays people don't care, which is kind of sad.
I know.
Yeah,
That's
It's
what
kind of
that's a scam version of Foreigner. So
but
Yeah, nobody-
I enjoy Mark 1 over Mark 3.
that's Mark 1 has its merits.
Mark 1 is pretty amazing, where they're trying to
There's a lot of
find their.
underrated- There's actually a lot of underrated shit with the Rod Evans era,
Yeah.
man.
There really is. I like it.
yeah,
All right, Manny,
but they're trying
track
to do like
two.
English vanilla fudge. Okay, number 2. All right, let's see. The Beatles, with the help of my friends from Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, because again, it's a great song. Plus, they would just watch Paul McCartney on TV. But I love the Beatles. Actually, sometimes I think that album is overrated, and other times I think it's just right on the money. It just depends. But honestly, it's just a great album. I mean, but with a little help from my friends, I just like the sentiment on it. I like Ringo's vocal on it.
Yeah.
I prefer sometimes Joe Cocker's version because he gave it a lot of soul and grit, plus Jimmy Page's on guitar. But it's got, I forgot what you call it, but it's got this great melody that hides a melancholy message to it, which the Beatles are brilliant at. But then the Beatles are brilliant at practically everything. Anyway, great. With a little help from my friends, it'd be my number 2.
You're right
Ooh.
about Sgt. Pepper's. Sometimes Sgt. Pepper's can be like a top 5 Beatles album for me, and sometimes it hovers around the 5. It all
What
depends.
amazes me is, what was that thing recorded, like 4 tracks or something like that?
Yeah, back then.
It's an amazing listen. I mean, it really is.
Yeah, and
All
just
the work they put into it.
yeah, the production. And we're talking about, I guess it was released in '67. We're talking about technology in '66, because it's kind of amazing. All those guys, the Beatles, the Stones, the Doors, the Jimi Hendrix Experience,
The Beach
who else
Boys,
is experimental?
Zappa.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
Pet Sounds, Velvet Underground. They all seem to be stretching the
studio.
Line stable, move close to your. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, perfectly.
Oh no, this thing's screwed up.
I can hear you.
Mhm. He's there.
Yeah, you look great. I mean, I don't know what's
All
wrong.
right, the internet. Yeah, my internet. Anyway, who's next?
Oh, Jimmy.
So we'll go to
All right.
Jimmy here.
Okay. So again, another one of my favorite albums of all time. From Moving Pictures, I got to go with Vital Signs. I think it just kind of flows from that minstrel in the gallery. I tried to make it somewhat of a cohesive album, and I think that kind of has the perfect amount of like where it brings you down a little bit, just from an intensity standpoint, but it still isn't like a ballad. And I love that song. It's kind of where you see a little bit of the Police influence come in, where they had been influenced by those first few Police records. And man, I play the heck out of side 2 of moving pictures these days, so I had to pick something off there.
I play side 2 probably more than side 1 now.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. I wore out side 1 when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I used to go on walks.
Everybody was all about side 1 back in the day,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Side 2 is just as brilliant.
Yeah.
So that's my track 2.
All right, man. Great one.
That's a good one. I tossed that on because it only had 7 tracks on it.
You can still
But you
change it.
didn't use that
you can
one.
still change it.
Well, no, it's in pen here, okay?
It's in ink.
I gotta go with
It's like
this.
a tattoo. It doesn't go away.
Yeah, this is the closest thing I'm gonna ever have to a tattoo right here. Okay, number 2. And you'll find this a shocker, but I'm gonna go with Saxon. Their 8th album is Rock the Nations. Saw them on that tour. They played a bunch of songs off this album, but they didn't play this song. I picked this song because I joined this band in the 90s, the late 90s, and the drummer was like, it's always been his fantasy to play this song live, and so we did, and we played it a lot. And it's called Battle Cry, and it's a good double kick. A lot of it's a workout. Cool song though. It's got like 6 verses. So yeah, you don't want to sing for all that stuff. But it's a badass song. Could be a leadoff song, but I believe it might be the second song on their album. So
Rock the Nations. What's the name of the song again?
Battle Cry.
Battle Cry.
Okay. Yeah, if you're a drummer, it's a good workout.
Saxon's one of those bands that I got into probably about maybe about 10 years ago. And I didn't know anything about them. And it was actually on Rock and Metal Combat. They had recommended it. And I bought the first 3, not the first 3, but the Denim and Leather, Wheels of Steel, and
the
Strong Arm of
trilogy.
the Law.
The first 3.
Man,
real albums.
I went headlong, but the catalog is so big.
Yeah.
That there's still a ton of Saxon records that I just haven't been able to give the time to because I spend so much time listening to those first 3 and the last 4 records.
Well, their newest stuff, they've been on a hot streak for about a decade. The only complaint I have is that the albums can be interchangeable, but they're all great. But they're really, really great. They're all great, and it's hard to believe these guys in their 70s,
This still sounds amazing.
Yeah, but it also gives me hope because I just figured, well, if they can do it, I don't have to age. So keep going, guys.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, we need to talk, Jimmy.
Okay,
we'll talk about Saxon. Where do you live, Jimmy? I mean, I don't need a specific address.
I'm in Central New York.
Oh, Central New York.
So I'm kind of between Syracuse and Utica.
Yeah, so that's not generally. Well, Saxon probably plays some stuff up there. Okay, we got to go to a Saxon show together if they come back. I always go to where Andy is. 'Cause they always play in Texas.
I think they hit the city. I think they hit New York City, which is about 4 hours from where I am. So
last time I saw Saxon was when they opened for Judas Priest.
Oh yeah, that was a real tour. They even played in Utah.
Yeah, it was Judas Priest and
Judas Priest, Saxon, Black Star Riders.
Black Star Riders, yeah.
I actually went to St. Louis because it was an off night and Saxon was doing a headlining club show there with Black Star Riders warming up, and so I got to see a lot more songs played. I think they played 6 songs off that album we were touring on, which it was so cool.
Yeah,
so cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, cool, and Brad had came down to Houston, and we went to go see Saxon.
Yep.
With who's the other band? Uriah Heep.
Uriah Heep. Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Uriah Heep was good.
They played the hard rock over here, and neither one of those bands ever come to. I'm in Tampa, Florida. They never come over here.
That's where I'm at too.
Yeah.
I never seen Uriah Heep ever, man. I'd love to see them at least once.
I don't think you're gonna now. I think
that's it for them.
Knocking it on the head. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if they do shows, that they're gonna stay in Europe. They're not gonna come over here.
Okay.
Yeah. They were really good though. I'm glad I got to see them. Got to see them 4 times.
Yeah, nice.
Austin, Houston, San Antonio, and Dallas. So
Wow.
you got to see four of those shows. It was fun.
All right, Andy.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to go with the self-titled Pearl Jam album. A lot of people call it the Avocado album. This
Because
was 2009.
needs
It's got
salt.
an avocado on the front.
Oh,
Yeah, it's got an avocado on the front. And the 8th track on there is Big Wave. Big Wave is a really good, energetic song. And in fact, this whole album, I really need to give another listen to because I didn't like it for years and years and years. But it's grown on me lately. So I got to hear it again because it feels like a new Pearl Jam album to me.
I think I saw them on that tour too.
Did you?
Yeah.
I saw them in the 2 tours before that album.
Yeah.
So I'm going with Big Wave. It's a really good, energetic song with a nice solo that fades out. It's a cool track. Check it
I'll
out.
have to revisit that.
I'm making notes here. That's one that I'm going to have to listen to.
I haven't listened to that in a while.
Re-listen to Minstrel in the Gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that self-titled Pearl Jam in a while, but I liked it because being half Puerto Rican, I figured that they put an avocado there as a tribute to my people, so I thank them very much.
Wait, they grow avocados in Puerto Rico?
I don't really know, but we like them.
Okay, good.
They're very healthy
Puerto
for
Rican.
All right, man. My second track, I'm also going to the Moving Pictures album, but I'm going Red Barchetta.
Ooh,
I think-
that's my favorite.
I think after Burn, kind of the fade in with Red Barchetta kind of is a nice kind of transition. It's about a car, and one of the great storytelling Neil songs, man.
Yeah.
Condensed in like a 5-minute song. You know what I mean? So, they didn't have to do a 10-minute epic. Like they were condensing down their song, even though there's the camera eye still on this album. So that's a long one, but which is a great song too. And it's funny, like me and Jimmy just said, like back in the day, it was like all about side one, and I would very rarely play side two. Nowadays, I love Camera Eye. Witch Hunt is like, Witch Hunt was actually almost going to be on this album, because I love that song. That's one of my favorite Rush songs. So, but I figure I go with Red Barchetta. It was a nice transition from Burn into this. So,
These little improv bass lines that Getty does.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Just kind of where like the rest of the band is kind of just laying low, and he's just like, it just sounds like he's just noodling a little bit, but it's incredible.
It's incredible, man. One of my favorite songs. I mean, that song is just, whenever I heard that live, man, it was just such a, I always brought a smile on my face. Like they were just, when they were interlocked in that song, dude, it was just nothing like it, man. It was just incredible. So anyway, the interplay was awesome. So that's my number 2. We'll go to number 3, Manny.
Okay, before we do, I've said this before. Neil Peart is an underrated lyricist, so that seems to be the theme. And Al has heard this from me before. I put him with Bob Dylan. I put him with Leonard Cohen, Jim Morrison as a lyricist. I know his early stuff could be a little sci-fi, but intelligent people like sci-fi. And he wrote about real life. So great drummer, but also a great lyricist. So that should be mentioned. All right, my next one. Iggy Pop, High on You from Instinct, 1988. The first time I saw Iggy Pop, the only time I saw Iggy Pop live was 1988 with this little band called Jane's Addiction opening. Sadly, Jane's Addiction that night did not get in a fist fight, but they were great live. And on guitar, the album's got Steve Jones, but at the tour, it was Andy McCoy of Hanoi Rocks, and I didn't recognize him because I was like 18. I'm smoking a cigarette with this girl. I go, "Hey, where in the hell is Steve Jones, and who in the fuck is this guy?" And behind me, it's Andy McCoy. Fuck you, kid. So anyway, that's
hilarious, man.
My Andy McCoy story. I really didn't recognize him though, but. High on You, and I love the lyrics. I don't pray in churches, baby. I've got nowhere to worship, baby. Every line says "baby" after each song, which is really cool. But it's a great album. It's they compared to the Stooges. Doesn't sound anything like it. It's really basic, hard rock riff, and it's not even intricate riffs. I mean, you literally repetitive riffs, but it works. It's Iggy Pop. Instinct, 1989, High on You.
Wait, so what's the name of the album?
Instinct.
Okay. Because we were just talking about like when Jethro Tull won the heavy metal award on the Grammys, right? So Iggy Pop was one of the albums on there, and it was called Cold Metal.
Yeah, that's
that the follow up?
Yeah, that's the same album. That was the lead single. There's even a video for it.
So Cold Metal is a song, or is it the album?
No, that's the song, Cold Metal.
Interesting.
It's got great lines because it talks
Okay.
about going up in the trailer park, cold metal in the afternoon. Sounds lovely, like a Hendrix tune. See right there.
Yeah, because I remember Iggy Pop was one of the ones up for that award too. I remember it was him. It was AC/DC Blow Up Your Video, Jethro Tull's Crest of a Knave, and Justice for All, and there was one more. I can't remember now, but anyway, I remember Iggy Pop being one of the guys nominated. So anyway, sorry, cool. I'll have to check that track out. I never heard that album. So, all right, Jimmy, go ahead, man. Number 3.
All right, number 3. Again, it's one of my favorite Genesis albums, "The Wind and the Weathering," and it's that album it's to me it's the perfect winter album. It just
The cover and everything.
The album cover.
Yeah, there was a couple winters ago where I listened to that album every day. It was just one of those it's like sitting by a warm fire kind of vibe. But I'm gonna go with the song "Afterglow."
Oh,
And
great song, man.
Great song.
Phil Collins, the melody on it is just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And you have those gated Phil Collins drums that are just instantly identifiable, and it's a Tony Banks pen track, and that guy, I mean, he was the motor that made Genesis go, and a brilliant composer, brilliant songwriter, and just executed to perfection. So Afterglow.
That Wind and Wuthering album I have signed by Steve Hackett.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Dude,
That's
cool.
awesome.
Yeah. I didn't actually meet Steve Hackett though. A friend of mine was meeting him, and he's like, "Dude, I'll take an album for you if you want me to have him sign it."
Yeah.
So I gave him that one. I'm sorry. So when he told me he was going to meet him, we were in a record store, and I'm like, "All right." So I looked around and I found Wind and Wuthering. I'm like, "It's a nice light." It's not like there's not a lot.
The autograph would show up well.
It's not a lot going on the album cover, right? So I'm like, this would be perfect for a signature. It was only like $3 or $4. I found it used, so I bought it. I gave it to him. Go get it signed by him, and he bought it back with his signature, and I have it back there. So
That's so cool.
Yeah, I'd still love to meet him though, man. He'd be a cool guy to meet. So
he seems like a true English gentleman.
yeah, oh yeah.
Also
Another
melt
underrated
your
guy,
face with
man.
his-
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
So
I think we've discovered our theme. Who's the most underrated musician ever?
yeah, really.
We got Martin Barr,
and the prog guys, man. A lot of those prog guys, So, Brad, go ahead, brother.
That doesn't make any sense. The prog guys are really good musicians for the most
Yeah, why they shouldn't be underrated?
Maybe they just don't get rated.
Alex Lifeson, underrated.
It's all about expectations. You expect them to be good. Okay, so
I think they're on all guys.
Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go. My number 3 song on my album is a UFO song from No Place to Run. It's their first album. Well, after the Michael Schenker era, and this is about their peak. I mean, they were headlining arenas when they came out with this album. But the song I really like off that, it's called "This Fire Burns Tonight." I think there's been a lot of fire and burn going on here, but we're gonna go with it. Yeah, it's cool. I love the drum intro
That's
to
a
it.
Paul Chapman, right?
Yeah, it's Paul Chapman.
Yeah, he's great, too.
Yeah, I like Paul on the album, but live, I didn't really care for him much because he just kind of played whatever. It was kind of frustrating. I mean, you got used to Michael Schenker, who would, play the leads almost exactly like the album. He had a little variations here and there, but you kind of expect that in the song because they're so good. But Paul was just all over the place. Good dude, though. Bless him. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
And so This Fire Burns Tonight. It's a mid-tempo, kind of good dun dun. I really like those kind of songs that just pound. And this is one of them. So this is my favorite song off that album, and I think it fits really well as the third song on my my album. There you go.
And going with the underrated theme, those Chapman records are
Yeah,
absolutely
they're
underrated.
all good.
Yeah.
And they've got weak songs here and there, but they're all. Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
All. Yeah.
But there's some really powerful songs on there too.
Yeah,
I agree. And also, Phil Moog, I call him the Bruce Springsteen of the heavy metal world because his songs are always real people,
Yeah.
This album is where he was in his Bruce Springsteen mode. That's what the guys in the band said. It's like all of a sudden now he's trying to be Bruce Springsteen with his lyrics. But they're good. They're great. They're great lyrics.
They are, but they're very honest. It's not pretentious.
Yes. No, and he's a unique voice too. I mean, you hear him singing. Nobody else sounds like him.
No.
I mean, how many singers can say that?
Yeah.
And it's a good thing.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
Yeah. Underrated vocalist. There you go.
There we go. We found
underrated drummer.
Let's find something underrated in every song that we
That's right.
Andy, go ahead.
Underrated vocalist.
Yeah, this one here, this album comes off of a underrated album. It's coming off of Van Halen's OU 812.
Ooh.
And
I like that album, by the way. I get it. It gets
I do
praised
too.
by a lot of
I
people.
love that album.
I love that album actually.
Yeah, me too.
And it brings back a lot of great memories because we went to see the Monsters of Rock thing and we drove from Salt Lake to Spokane, or Spokane as Klaus like to call it. And we listened to that, and we listened to all those albums that those bands had out at that time, but we listened to that one a bunch. And my wife, Shelley, she can sing almost every song on this album. So I'm curious to hear which song you picked. Go ahead, Andy. Take it away.
Well, I picked the 8th track.
Oh, yes. We got.
Is that Sucker in a 3-piece?
No, that's Black and Blue.
No, it's Black.
Oh, Black and Blue is the 8th.
Yeah,
That's the
Blue.
8th track. Okay.
Thank God.
All right,
it's
man.
Sucker
Track
and
on
a 3-piece. Oh, what an abomination that song is.
Oh, it's poetry, man. Poetry.
So that's my third track on there.
Yeah, Sammy was in his Bruce Springsteen.
Bob Dylan had nothing. Bob Dylan had nothing to worry about, man.
More like Rick Springfield, but anyway.
Although mine on there is pretty decent. He turned out a pretty decent lyric on that song.
That's a great
Obviously,
song.
they're high because no. Anyway, go back.
No. If you read those lyrics, they're not bad, man.
Mine, oh mine. No,
Well, not the chorus, but I mean the actual
The
lyrics.
lyrics. I mean, there's some good verses on there.
It was Sammy a little more serious on there,
Yeah.
you know.
It's a good
Look,
album. It's a great
David
album.
Hagar is a great vocalist, and actually, he's a decent songwriter, which will probably get me kicked off the other show. But lyrically,
He's not a good lyricist, man.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
but-
he's no David Lee Roth, but he's okay.
well, there's only
He's not
one
terrible
David
lyric.
Roth, man.
Well, yeah, but
You want to talk about? Actually, if you want to go on the underrated route, I mean, Dave's an underrated lyricist too.
Absolutely.
yeah, well, no one talks about his lyrics. You're right about that.
Yeah, but he's very clever in his lyrics, man.
Yeah, he is.
So
You know, the thing with that version of Van Halen, it literally is a whole different band than the original lineup.
It is.
Musically,
Completely.
Yeah, it's a whole different sound. It's a whole different generation. It's the late
Yeah,
80s.
yeah.
It's different.
The songs are all written by the same guy.
But they
I'm
went in
just
a
saying.
different direction for some reason.
That's true. That's true. He had stuff he wanted to do, and There you go.
As much as I love David Lee, there's no way David Lee Roth could have done a song like Mine All Mine, nor would he have wanted to. But he wouldn't have.
He can't even sing his own stuff now.
Well, that's different. If you're gonna screw up your own stuff.
But the thing is that OU 812, there's no way that Roth could have sang that. There's so many intricate parts to that whole album.
Well, that's true. That's true. But
because that's not what.
What bothers me the most? I don't care about the lyrics because nobody listens to Sammy Hagar thinking they're gonna get the next Leonard Cohen. I just don't like the production on it. It's so dry. I forgot who produced it, but I do like the album.
Don Landy.
Was it Don Landy?
Yeah.
Well, I put it out of the Van Halen albums. That I put that at the bottom, right above 3. And I actually like OU812. I mean, but anyway, I'm taking over the show. I'm going to mute myself. Continue.
So, Al, here you go.
Andy, that was on my original list.
Oh, okay.
When it was 8 of 8.
When it was 8 of 8.
Crazy Eights is what I want to call this show.
Yeah.
That's what it is called.
Well, at least some of you were fucking doing it. Anyway, so my track number 3, I'm going to title track from Thin Lizzy's Bad Reputation with Bad Reputation.
Oh, I love that song.
You want to fucking, Brian Downey and the drums on there. Oh shit, dude. He just kills on there. I love the song. Great album. And I love that band. So Thin Lizzy's Bad Reputation. I almost went Opium Trail, but
no, Bad Reputation's better.
Bad Reputation, dude.
I love the drum break on there. It's just
oh god.
Oh
yeah, Brian Downey's incredible on there, man. Yeah, fantastic. Man. That's my number 3. Manny. Track 4. Track 4, man.
He's muted.
Yeah, but he should be able to hear us.
He frozen. No, he's moving. Manny.
Can you hear us, Manny?
He's muted. Oh, here he goes. And
I think he's like freezing up.
I think so too. Well, let's go to Manny. Are you there?
Nope, still muted.
Manny, unmute yourself.
Wait, he's not talking either.
All
right, Jimmy, go ahead, man.
You go ahead. Okay. So, all right, so we're gonna go to probably the most obscure entry of the evening, and wrapping up my prog side is going to be the title track from Gentle Giant's Interview.
Whoa.
So the concept of the album is being on tour, doing interviews, and the song is an interview. And it's pretty wild. It's got all kind of the kooky, crazy stuff you'd expect from Gentle Giant. And one of my favorite things about that band is the drummer, John Weathers. He's got a pocket and a groove, which you don't always get in prog music. Like the guy can kind of lay back and create a pocket that's a little bit funky. And then, but he'll still do the crazy odd time signature stuff. And he's an underrated drummer for sure. So
there you go.
I'm going with Interview by Gentle Giant.
Nice.
Interview. When I was a kid, we used to call it Genital Giant. I don't know why.
Kind of lends itself to it.
I never gave that band a listen, really, man. I don't really know anything about that, man.
They're different.
Yeah.
I would say
you're going down a deep rabbit hole if you start that.
I know.
Make sure you got some time off work.
Yeah, sure.
They're some of the most complex music I think that's ever been done. Every guy in the band plays multiple instruments, and if you watch some of their live stuff, like you'll see the keyboard player just like turn and he'll pick up a cello and start playing a cello in the middle of the song.
By the way, by coincidence, I started listening to Interview and this one, Missing Piece, this week. So
really?
What a weird coincidence.
Look at him.
What do you think of him?
What do you think? What do you think of him, man?
What do you think of him, Manny?
I actually like Gentle Giant a lot. I discovered him only a couple years ago, believe it or not.
Yeah.
There's this podcast called Satan and Rainbows where they go through a whole band's discography as these two guys, and they brought them up. And as they started talking about the albums, I'd go buy the albums. So
Cool.
I've got them all, and I do like them. It took me a while to get used to it. I like prog rock, but this was not. There was no real reference point to this stuff that,
No.
you know, like Jethro Tull, you can hear folk, you can hear rock, you know, Emerson, Lake and Palm, you know, there's all reference, but there are no reference points musically to these guys.
They're generally not the kind of band you're going to listen to one time and be like, oh yeah, I get it. Like you're going to have to devote some time. Like Brad said, but it's one of those things when you get there, it's really, really rewarding.
And you know what's amazing is the guy is it Derek Sherman? What's the guy's name?
Stillman.
Thank
Derek
you.
Stillman.
He discovered like Motley Crue, Pantera. So this guy is a closet metalhead who played in this, you know.
Yeah.
But he's a musician, so he recognizes stuff. You know, he's not. I doubt he gives a crap. It's called heavy metal or whatever. You know, he's a musician.
Manny, what was your number 3? Because we missed yours.
The Rolling Stones, "Give Me Shelter" from Let It Bleed. Let It Bleed is one of my favorite albums. That's an obvious song because 1968. Oh shit!
No, you're good. I can hear you.
Right. Yeah. Okay. But it's 1968. The Rolling Stones are guests of our country for, you know, at the time, because none of them were living here. They're watching these protests in Vietnam. They're watching the social changes that they're partly responsible for in a weird way. And I love the song "Give Me Shelter" because he's talking about give me shelter from everything that's happening, shelter from the storm, you know. So excellent song. And I love the Rolling Stones. All right, who's next?
Brad.
Okay, I'm closing off side 1 of my album with somebody, even though they're from Canada, they live in Florida. There's a lot of that, isn't there, Al?
Yeah.
A lot of Canadians. Or did they all leave?
No, they're here.
Oh, that's another show. Pat Travers. Now, I know Al's met Pat Travers. He's probably at the lunch.
No, I never met him. How was that even possible? I know. He's a Florida native, and I never met him yet.
Wow.
I will meet him, though, one day.
Yeah, I actually I warmed up for him once.
Oh, I love him, man.
And Mars had this. The bass player had this huge.
Oh, Mars Cowlings.
Yeah, he had this huge SWR rig on the stage, and I said, "Well, hey Mars, can't I just use your amp?" And he's like, told me to F off. All right. Geez, Mars, come on. But
someone would have been all better.
Yeah, it was a great night though of rock and roll. Okay, but I'm going with his 8th album is Hot Shot, which, you know, there's some weird stuff going on there. I think they were trying to a bunch of people surrounding Pat trying to make him big. He did a big, huge MTV themed video thing with aliens and stuff, which was really dumb. But I love the album, and the song I went for closing side 1 is "Don't Try Talking to Those Dudes." It's just again, mid-tempo bluesy rocker, and Pat just kills it. So
yeah,
don't try talking to those dudes.
Awesome, man. Yeah, Pat's a great player, man.
Underrated.
I didn't even say that. I think he's pretty rated, but he's just one of those kind of forgotten guitar heroes, you know. Because in the late 70s, early 80s, man, he was known, man. You know, like that. Everybody should own that "Life Go for What You Know" album, man. That's just an essential. That rhythm section of Aldridge and Cowling, just incredible, man.
That album's it's one of the best live albums.
And then you got Pat Thrall on there too, so dual
double PT.
Yeah, man. Good. So, all right, Andy, closing out your side one.
Yeah, my side 1 of the 8-track is going to end with a instrumental, "Any Color You Like" by Pink Floyd, for "Dark Side of the Moon."
Nice.
Dark Side of the Moon was their 8th album.
Yeah. Dark Side was her 8th. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And that was their 8th track on there.
Huh.
Any color you like.
Nice.
Wow.
Andy's sticking to the crazy 8s, man. 8
I am
all
I'm
across the
telling you.
board, man. Yeah.
Crazy
Good for you,
8.
Love
bud.
it.
So he'll have nothing. So full disclosure, he'll have nothing from Moving Pictures on this list.
No, I don't.
No.
All right, man. So I'm closing out my side one of our 8-track album. Aerosmith, My Fist Your Face, from the underrated Done with Mirrors.
Yeah.
Dude, the
Brad
best
Whitford,
to me,
underrated guitar player.
dude, to me, that's like the best. That's my favorite song on that album, man. I love that song. I got to see the Joe Perry Project perform it live a few years ago. And as a matter of fact, Joe Perry's playing here tomorrow night. Because
Oh, wow.
And you're
if I
not going?
didn't have the meet and greet with Mike Campbell, I would have probably tried to go to the Joe Perry show. He's got a great band with him. I mean, he's got Brad with him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He's got the rhythm.
Oh, wow.
He's got the
He
rhythm
should have.
section of STP, Stone Temple Pilots,
Yep.
and
Man.
and then from the Black Crowes, Chris Robinson singing. Man, you know
Ooh.
what a band that is, man! Holy shit,
That is.
you know. But when I saw the project a few years ago, he had Gary Sharon singing for him.
Wow.
But he still did great. I thought he sang the songs great. And one of the songs was My Fist Your Face. When I heard them going to that, man, I lost my mind. I was like, I can't even believe they're pulling out this gem, you know?
Yeah.
So
Isn't that a great thing when you go to a show and the band plays a song you weren't expecting and it just
oh God,
knocks you out?
so good, man. You know?
Yeah, that's a
Well, and Joe was, you know, I heard an interview with him, you know, on Eddie Trunk for this upcoming tour. Because tomorrow night's actually the first. I mean, it's not really a tour. I think they're doing maybe 8 shows.
Yeah.
yeah, for Joe, that's a tour.
So that's probably around. And I think they're opening up for. I think they're opening up for the Who too on some dates. So,
Who?
yeah, the 2. Roger Daltrey beat down
The 2.
the 2.
That's good. That's good.
But oh no, on the interview he was saying they were talking about like he wants to play songs that Aerosmith rarely touched or even played. So
Wow.
I'm interested to see what setlist is going to come up with this one, man. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but
anyway,
they can do that in those small places. Big arenas,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
yeah, he's playing the Hard Rock, you know, the Hard Rock Casino tomorrow night, which I think is only like a 1,500 seater.
It's pretty
So it's
small.
not-
The Double Oyster Cult there, but it's got a great sound. So
Yeah, it does. It does.
But dude,
My
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
go ahead, please.
I'm sorry. Go, Manny.
No, I'm just gonna quote the lyrics. Betty Boop, you've got me drooling. I'm buzzing around your hive tonight. If that doesn't want to make you want to write a Valentine's card to your sweetheart, nothing will. That's my prescription. Great lyrics.
No, but Chris Robinson lead, man, that would be awesome because that's a great pairing.
I know.
Robinson.
But I was looking at ticket prices too, man, and like they're pretty fucking sky high, man. They're not.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, because it's such a smaller place. That's why.
It's a smaller place, and there are a lot of stars in that band.
Yeah,
You know.
true. But I was looking at the next night because the next night he's playing in Hollywood, the Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida, which is a bit of a bigger place, and the tickets were actually not bad. I mean, it was like $80 ticket. I saw, you know, this one, the cheapest one was like maybe $150
Oh wow!
for tomorrow night, and then I couldn't secure. Manny, you're gonna be disappointed. I couldn't secure some free ones, man. I tried,
man, dude.
but
on principle, we're not gonna.
yeah. Anyway, now we're gonna have a good time at Mike Campbell. It'll be cool to meet him too. He's a legend, man.
Yeah,
So
he's a cool guy.
Anyway, Manny, we're going track 5.
All right, Pink Floyd, Time. That's the opening track on side 2.
Good way to open this side.
Waters, one
Good
of
way
the
to
great
open side too.
lyricists of all time. But what makes that song so great is his lyrics, David Gilmour's guitar, David Gilmour's voice. Speaking of underrated, Richard Wright. You know,
Yep.
Oh,
even
but
to say, I guess when you got personalities like Gilmore Waters, it's hard to be noticed. But the guy was incredible. Anyway, that's my
Oh, yeah.
opening track. Time. By
and
the way.
Time is like almost my favorite Pink Floyd song, if not my favorite. I love Time. It's a great song.
It's great.
It's a
Yeah,
good,
it
it's
is.
a great track to open up side 2 as well.
Man, that guitar, jeez, man,
Mhm.
amazing.
All right.
Jimmy.
So I'm now that the prog side is closed out, we're opening up the rock side, and this album has been referenced, and it's an incredible one. Instead of going with the title track off of Bad Reputation, I am going with Opium Trail to open side 2.
All right, cool.
Right.
You're picking up the slack for me. Thank you.
Hey, there's too many great songs on these records to.
I know. Vital Signs, that's a good one, you know.
Yeah. There's still some other tracks on the table that are pretty good from Moving Pictures. So.
But, man, Opium Trail, though, man, talking about heroin and all that shit, bro.
Phil's lyrics, man.
He was living the life, man. He was actually living it. You know,
but he delivered it. It's crazy because it's like he knew the road he was traveling down, and he wrote about it.
Yeah,
and he was well aware of it, but he just couldn't. He couldn't overcome his demons, unfortunately.
No,
but one of the greatest to ever do it. Just one of my favorite lyricists of all time.
Same here, man. All right, Brad. What?
Okay. Leading off the second side of my album is it's a fun song, good way to kick things off, and probably the lyrics. This is my Mark Storace in his Springsteen period. So it's Crocus. The album is The Blitz, and this is Midnight Maniac. Because I just Andy, if I'm ever playing baseball and I'm coming up to bat, this is my walk up song.
Midnight Maniac.
Fun song to play on bass. I'm just saying that. That's good triplet stuff. Anyway, cool stuff. So Midnight Maniac, that kicks it off. And Andy, go.
Yeah, my side 2 is weird. It's
No way.
Weird, the way that I'm looking at it. I'm gonna start off side 1 with
track number 8.
Huh?
You're gonna start your side 2 off with a track number 8 from the 8th album of.
Okay, it's going to be Genesis off of Wind and Weathering in That Quiet Earth.
Oh,
nice.
That's such a good, smooth,
cool,
classic Genesis sound on that album.
Cool,
and
man.
It's an instrumental, I believe.
Yeah,
it is.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a great song. So that's how I'm going to start off.
All right, cool, man. Starting off my side 2, I'm going with from In Through the Outdoor. I'm going with the opening song In the Evening by Zeppelin. I mean, I think that's a perfect opening track for side 2. The build up and everything, and then just In the Evening and boom. Yeah. So
that's a great song.
One of my favorite tracks off that album.
Oh yeah.
Great Zeppelin track.
Great track.
Off their 8th album. So and pretty much their last album, really, if you think about it.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's something about when
Coda was just an odds and ends, but what's that?
There's just something about when Bonzo kicks in.
Yeah,
I mean, it's just so unmistakable.
The drums are so powerful.
So good.
Yeah. Well, that's my lead off track on side 2.
Good one.
Take it away, Manny.
ACD from the Those About to Rock, Night of the Long Knives. I love that song. Can you hear me? Night of the Long Knives.
Oh, there you go.
I love that song. Yeah, and I like Angus Young's riff. Bum, bum, ba, I can't do it right now, but anyway, it kicks ass. And the band complain about the album all the time, but I don't know why, because it's a great album. But whatever.
That's a great album, man.
Brian Johnson, one of his best vocal performances before he started sounding like brick was thrown on his foot before he recorded vocals after the.
All right, man, Jimmy.
All right. So again, an album that's been mentioned, but this is the album that made me a Blue Oyster Cult fan.
Ooh.
Ooh.
And for my track 2 on side 2, I'm going with Veterans of the Sacred War.
Oh.
Man, I remember my sisters having the heavy metal soundtrack. That song always got me. I mean, it creeped me out when I was a little kid.
Great song.
And I don't know that anybody does creepy better than Eric Bloom. I mean, it's so good.
Oh,
And to this day, the way kind of the marching drums kick in, you know, and flows into like just the creepy keyboard. It's brilliant. So
I love it,
that's
man.
my
Never go
track
wrong with
6.
BOC, man.
Oh, never.
Bradley.
No.
Man, yeah, great song. Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. Okay, this is the second song on side 2.
Yeah, number 6.
I'm keeping it kind of fun here. This is Eddie Money. The album is right here, and the song is "Another Nice Day in L.A."
Oh,
I love this
Oh.
song. Yeah,
Nice.
Eddie Money.
it's a
Wow.
good. I think it's a mistake that the Dodgers don't use this as their song after they win a game. So there you go.
See, you should be the idea, man. I don't understand why.
Yeah, they can't afford me.
Andy, my brother.
Yeah, I am going to go.
The check's in the mail, Brad, by the way.
Thanks.
This is going to be off of this is Alice Cooper, and it's going to be off of Welcome to My Nightmare years ago. By Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
It's a creepy song. I like the end with the female vocal, Steven, and she's screaming from far away.
Yep.
That sounds so cool. So that's my my second track on side 2.
That's a good one.
Right, you mentioned Alice Cooper before Manny could.
Yeah. No, you know, I do count it, but I didn't include it because that's Alice Cooper's first solo album, but the 8th Alice Cooper overall, so it counts, you know. But it's his first solo album, but that's why I didn't include it. But I love
it. Was kind of it was kind of on the bubble, but I said, hey, why not? So it was an interesting song.
Mentioned Alice. Yeah, excellent.
All right, man. My next song, I'm going from 1985. The album is Standing on the Edge. Tonight It's You by Cheap Trick.
Wow.
I think it's a pop masterpiece. I love that song. Probably the best song on an album, in my opinion. And I've always loved that song. One of my favorite Robin Zander vocals. Rick is awesome. Bunny, everybody is awesome on there. It was still during the John Brandt era, but John Brandt was a great fill-in for Tom Peterson anyway. A lot of great gems on those 80s albums, man. And on this one, Tonight It's You is one of my favorite Cheap Trick songs, actually, overall. But
that's one of those songs that should have been huge.
There was the video on MTV, and I remember seeing the video, and it's just, radio should have latched on that song. It could have been a big hit. It's got hit written,
perfection.
It's perfection. It's got hit written all over it, dude. And it just for some reason they had that. It just for some reason Cheap Trick could never really get that foothold. I mean, obviously when Lap of Luxury they got that back, but they had to get like outside songwriters and record company pressure and all that shit. But I mean, Rick was still writing good songs here, man.
Yeah.
On his own. So, but anyway, Tonight It's You by Cheap Trick. That's my number 6 overall. The second track on side 2. So.
Brilliant vocal, by the way.
Nice.
Robin Zander, man, is one of my top 5 vocalists for me, man. And you were talking, and going back to Little Help from My Friends. When I just saw Ringo Starr, he ended the show with that, and Robin Zander and came out at the end and sang with him. It was him. It was him, John Travolta.
Wow.
And I think John Travolta's wife. No, not his wife.
Kelly Preston?
No, no, it wasn't her. I think it might have been. I don't know if he has a daughter, right?
Yeah, because Kelly Preston, I believe, is dead. So
Yeah,
Is she
yeah, his
really?
wife. Yeah,
Yeah.
she
You know what?
passed
You're right.
away,
She
yeah.
is dead. You're right.
Yeah, not his wife. So I don't know if it was his daughter or Robin Zander's daughter. I don't. But it was like 4 of them. It was 4 people. But I recognized Robin Zander right away, and obviously John Travolta. So and they came out and they were singing with a little help from my friends. So anyway, that's my little story there. Go ahead, Manny.
No, that's great. By the way, my Joan Crawford has risen from the grave.
Ooh.
Freaking great song, dude.
That's the
Awesome.
8th track too.
Yeah.
It's the 8th track, man.
That's the 8th track. Yeah.
Hoping this could be Andy's number one.
So that's the song you're picking.
No, I'm picking Black Sabbath, Johnny Blade from Never Say Die because I love Black Sabbath. And,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and we just lost his Ozziness. I've got a Black Sabbath shirt on too.
Yeah, you got the Master of Reality, which the
Right.
entire album is coming up here on Yard Metal in about 40 minutes.
Well, we'll be finished in a minute, but Johnny Blade. Yeah, I think
That's
Never
great.
Say Die.
Okay.
Can I say it? Can I say it? Underrated album. All right, continue.
Underrated.
Go ahead, Jimmy.
All right, so we're moving over to Germany and going with the Scorpions from Blackout, Sign of White.
Oh yes, dude, that song is fucking phenomenal, dude.
And that's the 8th. That's the 8th song on there too.
Yeah, that's right. It is, and I figured it's the perfect like
I didn't even think of the
not
Scorpions,
last song,
man.
but song
Yeah.
before the last song. You know,
Is
China
that the
White.
eighth
The smoke,
album?
the smoke is going down is the perfect last song.
Yeah.
When the smoke is going down. Yeah. That okay, good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, it's awesome,
thank you,
man.
sir.
Scorpions.
Brad.
Okay, because we're all about Ozzy for the last few weeks here on Yard Metal. That's YARGMETAL.com. You can we're playing whole albums. We're also whole authorized concerts by Sabbath and with Ozzy and Ozzy as well. So yeah, so I went with I went with the 8th album, obviously, Down to Earth, which not an album I've really listened to a whole lot. And I although again playing all this Ozzy and stuff, I'm starting to hear songs I haven't heard in a long time. I actually went with the 8th song just because of the lyrically. I mean, I'm not usually a ballad kind of guy, but Running Out of Time, I thought it was a very fitting lyric for this right now.
Yeah.
Even though these are sad times, I still feel like that's not what Ozzy wants us to be right now.
No.
So we're listening. Like I said, we're going to be playing whole albums for the next couple of weeks still. So tune in if you feel like an Ozzy fix. There's filler in between the albums. So if you tune in and that's not Sabbath, it will be soon. Or I should say Ozzy. Yeah, I got both of them. So Running Out of Time, I thought it was a very fitting song, very poignant. And nice job, Ozzy. We miss you. We love you.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I like that Down to Earth album. There's some good songs on there.
Yeah.
Andy, go ahead, brother.
Lately, as I've been talking, I've been getting to jazz rock fusion. And when I got into this, when I first heard the song, it really stuck out to me. So it's the 8th track on Never Say Die, Breakout by Black Sabbath.
Wow.
I
Wow.
love that horn piece.
The saxophone.
Yeah, it just sounds so
Yeah.
good. And so since I've been getting into that music lately, I put that one in there. So Breakout by Black Sabbath.
Good choice, man.
Yeah, man. Sabbath on that album, and they were really like they were really experimenting, man. But they were showing their jazzy roots too. You know, like they were kind of always jazzy anyway, you know. But they were really
Love that
jazzy
record.
on that song.
I love that record. I hear a lot of people just kind of slam it.
No, I love
'cause
that
it's not-
record, man. Love that album.
But it's I
It's
don't
so
know. For me,
different.
it was one of the first Sabbath albums I bought, and
That's
so it just And I remember my sister's boyfriend. Everybody was out, and he brought over a VHS from a live show from that tour,
Yep.
and man, something about that just grabbed me and never let go.
It was that Hammersmith Odeon show that,
Yep,
Yeah.
that is. That
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I mean, there's sentimental value to it, but I still think it's a really cool album.
See, this is my theory. I think the reason you like it is because you weren't like locked in concrete with the first few Sabbath albums.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
well, it doesn't sound anything like those albums, so it's not.
Yeah, he had
good.
no reference. He had no.
Right.
Yeah.
reference point,
Because
so.
I mean, I bought it. It was the second album, Sabbath album I bought. Technical Ecstasy was the first, and put it on cassette. Had it in my car for, I mean, listened to it every day for probably months, and so fell in love with it. So there you go.
Yeah.
No,
All
I
right,
think
cool.
you're right. Same thing with me. I think that's why I was able to accept singer changes, because when I got into music, I'm 55,
Mhm.
so I was 12 in 1982. So Black Sabbath already had Dio, Bon Scott was already gone, so.
Yep.
So my point is that I had no choice but to accept singer changes, because my point of reference was 10 seconds, so.
Mhm.
But it's funny because I had a hard time with Sammy Hagar, even though I was a Sammy Hagar fan with Van Halen. So it goes to show you how, you're right about these things. Exactly like you said, we didn't have a point of reference.
But you did with Van Halen, so that kind of
Exactly.
yeah.
Even though I only had 2 years with the David Lee Roth lineup, that was enough. Because when you're 12, 13, you think you live like 10 lifetimes, even though you barely left your block. But that was my
Right.
point of reference. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's good to have an open mind and not be so stuck on, well, this is my favorite album by this band. I want everything to sound like this. And that's one thing I really liked about the 70s is that every album could be so different than the one before it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
Most doesn't sound anything like the last album. That's terrible. And no, it's not terrible. So, yeah, open your mind, man. So good job.
Yeah, and I also agree with you, Winnick. I think you and Al, all of you guys brought up live shows. I think the audiences back then would be accepting to hear a new song or a deep cut. Nowadays, they go run to the bathroom.
Oh yeah, they don't want to hear new songs.
Yeah, and I like when artists put out new songs. There's not just a rock world that complain about it. Elton John complained about it. They're right. They're right, and I think the new albums by a lot of these artists are very good. It's not, you can't compare with your childhood. That's ridiculous, or whatever. Plus, they're not bound to my memories. They have a right to create whatever they want. Anyway, enough of my soapbox.
Good job, Manny. And somebody gave you a thumbs up. Was that you?
How does he get the thumbs up there?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Does he give himself the thumbs up?
No, I didn't give myself. I don't.
He gave himself a heart.
I'm an analog.
But you get like this thumbs up like emoji.
There we go.
It is, Brad.
Dude, I'm an analog man and a digital.
Brad with his fireworks.
Know how to use it. Yeah. See,
All
I
right,
can't
man.
even do that.
All right, my number. No, it's my turn.
No, it's you. All right.
Yeah. So my number 7. Jimmy mentioned it before. I'm going "Veteran of the Psychic Wars" by Blue Oyster Cult. I love that track. I always have. Yeah, from the heavy metal soundtrack.
Mhm.
But on this great album, Fire Unknown Origin, man. 1981. Which had the big hit "Burning for You" on it. But "Veteran of the Psychic Wars." I mean, just something about like that track that just, I don't know, man. It's just like it just makes you think. It's kind of like. It's got this vibe to it, man. Just incredible. So
Please don't let these shakes go on.
yeah. Yeah. All right, Manny. We're going on the last track.
All right. I'm going to
Last
my
track.
last
Close it out.
All right. Led Zeppelin, "In the Evening," which has already been mentioned. I love the introduction. And as soon as John Bonham's drums come in and Robert Plant's voice, amazing. And I love Jimmy Page. And what I really like about Jimmy Page, besides everything, is on this song, he not underplays. He plays with the song. He's not. Also, it was the first and only album John Paul Jones actually took the more creative direction.
Kind of the dominant. He
Yeah.
became more of a dominant presence on here.
Yeah, well, that's because
no pun
Jimmy
intended.
Yeah, well, it's because Jimmy Page is dancing with Mr. D, but whatever.
Yeah.
It's a good thing. It's a good thing Jimmy fucking got through it.
Yeah.
I probably because John Bonham died, unfortunately, is probably why.
Yeah, it woke him up. It woke him up a bit, but it still took him a couple years, man. Because I remember that Arms concert in '83. He was fucking bone thin, man. I mean, he did not. He didn't look good, man.
I saw the Firm. I loved it because Jimmy Page could have sat up there and burped for 2 hours. I would be excited just because it was Jimmy Page of Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
And then I heard a recording of not that show, but another show. And he wasn't playing that well. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't Jimmy Page standards. And really, Paul Rogers and Chris Slade and the bass player, I think Tony Franklin. Really was carrying that show. What made it really cool was I am still a huge Led Zeppelin fan, but just being there with Jimmy Page, I thought was cool.
Oh yeah.
I was 15. Keep that in mind too.
Because a lot of people didn't get there was a whole other generation, younger people that didn't even get to see Zeppelin. So that was like them, like I wish I would have seen the Firm, man. I never got to see them, but
the opening band was Virginia Woolf. Do you remember those cats?
I remember.
That was
Jason Bonham.
Jason Bonham. Yeah.
Jason Bonham.
Interesting.
Yeah.
No, they weren't. They were horrible, but I saw them live.
All right, cool, man. Jimmy.
All right, so
Your final
last track's gotta be one that rocks, and going some Screaming for Vengeance, going with Devil's Child.
Oh yeah.
Good one.
Oh,
I was gonna do Take These Chains, but not to finish the album. It's gotta be heavy.
Yeah, Devil's Child, man. Hell yeah, dude.
That's a great album, beginning to end. It just is.
Oh yeah,
it's fantastic.
Yeah, and that's why I always say the only thing wrong with Point of Entry is that it became between British Steel and Screaming for Vengeance. That's the only thing wrong with that album.
Yeah.
So
absolutely. All right, cool, man. Brad.
All right, we're closing out with Black Sabbath, and I don't know, my favorite song on there is Shockwave, but I feel like to close this album and the whole theme of Ozzy is it's going to be Never Say Die.
Great.
Awesome.
That's the way we want to leave it, is that Never Say Die.
Yeah. That's the way Ozzy would want it too. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't you ever? Never.
Even though Ozzy, man, like he disparaged this album, man, but I don't know. I love it, man. But you got to understand an artist, what they go through when they make the artist has to take themselves out of the, you got to take yourself as a fan. We love the album, but the artists, what they're going through when they're making the album, I guess affects them, how they feel about the album. They were in the throes of a massive addiction, by that point.
Well, he I mean, when they started working on this album, he wasn't even in the band.
Yeah, he was in and out at that time.
He came in and I had to rework.
Dave Walker came in for a little bit.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
because there's a version of Junior's Eyes with Dave Walker.
Not nearly as good. Yeah.
No, not at all. But
it's interesting to hear what the song sounded like before Ozzy got back in.
Yeah.
Ozzy, underrated vocalist, by the way, and I'm serious about
that.
But look at the difference between Junior's Eyes, the Dave Walker version, and then Ozzy comes back. Yeah. Ozzy comes back, rewrites it, puts his melody on it, and look at the fucking how great of a song it becomes. That's the power of Ozzy. Ozzy is underrated in that aspect.
I mean, you look at back to the beginning and all those people all the vocalists who covered Ozzy singing Ozzy songs. Very few of them really did a great job. No. It's very difficult to sing Ozzy stuff.
It is. Nobody sounded like him, man.
So there you go.
Look at a song like Tonight. You know what I mean?
Black Sabbath. Yeah.
Well, even someone as great as Ronnie James Dio or Ian Gillan, who are beyond great vocalists. It's not strange to hear those men sing.
I thought Ronnie actually did a pretty decent song with the Ozzy air stuff. Of course, he's great vocalist, but he's not Ozzy.
I mean, I enjoyed what they did, and I enjoyed what they did it their own way, but it still didn't sound.
I thought it was a great idea,
great.
and I think it came off very well. It really did.
It was a lot of fun.
I mean, that's what
day.
everyone. That's what every musician dreams of, to go out on top with your peers and everyone just playing your music for you because of celebrating you.
Yep.
You know,
who's had a better end to their career than Ozzy?
Yeah, that's.
I'd say nobody at this point.
The way that ended, and
you couldn't write a better epitaph, man.
Yeah.
It's almost like it was a movie. It was a script that was written out, man. You know,
and it ends with an Ozzy set, then a Sabbath set.
Yeah,
dude, just that alone.
The only thing that would have made it absolutely perfect is if Sabbath would have ended off with the song Black Sabbath. To me, that would have brought it full circle.
Yeah,
the beginning, back to the beginning, the actual beginning.
Right.
And I think they were supposed to do that song because they talked about, I think, time constraints. I think Ozzy did too many songs in his solo set, they're saying, and it kind of took some time away from Sabbath. So that's why they weren't able to do that song.
Yeah, they talked about that they did work up a couple of more songs.
Yeah.
That they had possibly ready to go, but Ozzy just was weak, and
they
didn't.
Listen, man. Listen, I can't complain about it, dude. I mean, the guy put his heart and soul
into everything.
He went out the way. You know, I think everybody should want to go out doing what you love, man.
And I think the coolest thing about that whole show is that Ozzy got to get his flowers before he passed away. I think too often we don't give people their flowers until they're gone, and he got to get them while he was still here.
Because the funny thing was like, after like Ozzy passed away, like I saw some people on social media like, well, they should now they should do a concert like the Freddie Mercury. I'm like, no, you don't need to do that, man.
No,
it's perfect the way it ended, man. The way he did his own epitaph, his own, there's no need. Anything like to do that now would water it down and just be stupid, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think so too. Because of the big artists that were there to play for him, to show that that all these bands have pieces of Ozzy in them.
Yeah.
And they're all
and listen, let's be honest. Ozzy made it to 76, which was a feat in itself. You know what I mean?
It was
for what the guy went through and what he did and the abuse that he did. I mean, he lived a long life, man. Freddie Mercury got cut down in his 40s.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So you could see like there's certain instances where, that Freddie Mercury memorial concert was awesome, but it was well deserved for him too. You know, I mean, he got, and I mean, 40s is not old, dude. You know.
Yeah.
But he lived a reckless lifestyle and took himself out. You know what I mean?
Well, what amazes me is about the Ozzy tribute, Freddie Mercury to a certain extent, a lot of these guys, even Bond, how mainstream these guys have become because we were kids, at least when I was a kid, these guys are the villain, they were this, they were that. And now you have mainstream people celebrating everyone we've mentioned. Even Led Zeppelin was decried by critics.
They were feared.
Yeah.
They were like, scared. People, parents are scared of that, man.
Yeah. And now, it doesn't bother me because I'm in my 50s, but sometimes it's a bit of a bummer that it's become respectable, but in a good way. So.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right. So am I up?
No, Andy. Did Andy do it?
Andy, you go, right? Yeah, because Brad did Never Say Die. So, Andy, you go.
Never Say Die. I am going to go to my favorite band of all time, the Beatles. It's going to be off of Sgt. Pepper. But I have to pick the 8th track. So my closer is going to be Within and Without You.
That's a great song.
It's a great song. And the closer, I usually go for epics when it comes to closers. But this song does leave you thinking afterwards. The beautiful poetry by George and the great sitar throughout the track. Sgt. Pepper, I was going to add this when Manny was talking about earlier. Sgt. Pepper was one of those albums that told pop and rock music, you can now do whatever you want. The palette is whatever you want it to be. That's why Sgt. Pepper is so important.
Mhm.
And there were a couple of albums at that time, but the Beatles being the biggest band in the world coming out with a statement like this, it let everybody know that whatever we have in our minds, we can put it out. So, Within or Without You by the Beatles for Sgt. Pepper.
Yeah.
Good
Well
one,
said,
Andy.
Andy.
Well done.
All right, man. My final track. It's only appropriate that you have to end the album off with Cannons. For those about to rock, we salute
Nice.
you.
Great choice.
I know it's an opener on the album, but to me, it's a closer. It's a perfect
agree.
closer too. You know
I
what I mean?
agree.
And
It closed the concert, right?
and AC/DC closes the concert out with Cannons, man. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So why
Yeah.
not? Why not close it out with that song? I mean, it's a little more obvious, but it's still a great song. And AC/DC, I love AC/DC. So, and Manny and I got to experience them a few months ago.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
did. Yeah.
And it was cool, man.
I've
That was
always
great.
wanted that to open the show, though.
Yeah, but
For those about to rock, for those that are about to rock.
with the Cannons at the end, though,
I
it's just the
know,
final
I know the
statement. You know what I
Cannons.
mean?
So did the Cannons come out? Okay, so y'all saw them at the Tampa Bay Bucks.
Yeah,
football
yeah.
field, right?
We saw them at
Okay.
the yeah.
Okay, and were the cannons shot from the ship or no?
No, it was shot from their stage area.
Okay.
Yeah. They're right on the side. It was kind of surprising they weren't on the. Yeah.
Yeah, because
It would have been. It would have been cool. It would have been cool though if they were shooting the cannons off the ship, though.
Yeah.
That would have been. That
Yeah.
would have been awesome, man.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
would have.
Speaking of AC/DC, so Manny and I are going to go see Mike Hamill tomorrow, and the drummer that was in the Dirty Knobs was Matt Locke, who's drumming for AC/DC right now.
Oh, wow, okay.
So the fact that he's off with AC/DC now, he brought in Steve Ferrone that was in the Heartbreakers, the latter day Heartbreakers, because we all know what was the original drummer's name? It was,
Ron Blair.
Yeah. Yeah. So Steve Ferrone is drumming from this tour. But yeah, Matt Laug or whatever his name is in AC/DC now. So
Wait.
What's that?
No way, it's not Ron Blair.
No, it's
Stan.
what's his name? God, I can't think of it. Stan Lynch.
Stan
Stan
Lynch.
Lynch.
Yeah,
Okay,
Stan
I knew
Lynch.
it was Stan.
Yeah, Stan Lynch.
Great lyricist, by the way. Underrated.
Underrated.
Stan Lynch
Underrated.
is, man. Yeah.
Good drummer too.
Yeah.
He got kicked out, right?
Yeah.
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 Him and Tom, I guess, disagreed on some things. I don't know what the full story is. There's a documentary that I think they talk about it or whatever.
Yep.
I forgot
Yep.
what it is, but anyway.
Yeah.
Stan Lynch was a great drummer too.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Yeah.
He had a lot
that's
to do with
great.
it. He had a lot to do with he was a songwriter too. He wrote
Yeah.
yeah. So
He
Anyway.
wrote great lyricist.
Wow.
well, that's the final track there. Andy, what we got going on next week, man?
Well, hey, you know what? Speaking of Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, next week we're going to be ranking the tracks on Damn Their
Man.
Torpedoes,
Great album
which
as
is
well.
their third album. I believe it was from '79.
That sounds about right.
I think so.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That album made them stars. It really did.
And it took a long time to get that album out.
Yeah.
Because of legal problems with the record company.
Yeah. A lot of
Was that
that
had something to do with
going on.
how much they were going to charge for the album or something? Is that what it was?
The price.
Yeah. They wanted to charge $8.98.
Get the real story and talk about that next week. So tune in next week for the real story about Damn the Torpedo.
Brad knows how to do it, man.
Why did it take so long for this album to come out? And you know what? You don't have to feel like a refugee.
Nice.
So that's what we're doing next week.
Manny, what do you got coming up besides going out with me tomorrow night?
That's about it, man. Maybe scope out chicks on Friday. But
better-
that's another story.
You better tell Wayne you're not going to be on the Van Halen episode tomorrow.
Dude, I randomly don't sometimes show up because Dude, I'm a single guy. I'm gonna die soon, so I gotta get as many girls before it's over. I'm kidding.
Jimmy, man, you got anything coming up?
Just praying that the HVAC guy shows up tomorrow and fixes our AC.
Please come fix
I
it.
can see the sweat glistening off your head there, man.
Yeah, there's a nice reflection. It's got a nice glow.
Yeah.
Bradley, Yarg Metal.
Yeah, Yarg Metal, and just like 2 minutes 50 seconds before we start playing Master Reality, Sweet Leaf leading it off. Couple of
So go on yargmetal.com.
Yargmetal.com, yeah, and you can listen to it there and get to listen to me talking about the album, and then a good friend of the station, Jeremy Weltman, talking about.
And that's Yarg, W-A-R-G.
No, why?
Oh, Y.
A-R-G.
I can't even spell.
No, that's all right. My favorite thing about that is
I was concentrating on the G. And
yeah, my favorite thing about that is when I interviewed Udo and his son, and I wanted him to do a shout out for the station, and Udo kept screwing up Yarg Metal, and his son kept saying, Sven kept saying, "No, Dad, it's Yarg." So
I saw that interview too. It was a good interview. Man.
Oh, thank you. That was a lot of fun. So I did in my other 8 track on the 8th album. I did have an Udo album in there, Man and Machine. That album, great song on there, by the way. So go listen to that album.
All right, cool.
Well,
all right, man.
Great meeting you two guys. So thank you. That was great. It was a lot of fun.
Good meeting you, Manny.
All right, so tune in next week, 8:00 Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Yep. Subscribe to our channel. You know what to do. And Manny, Jimmy, Brad, love you guys for coming on. Thank you very much, man.
Thanks for inviting me, you guys.
Andy.
And good to see you, Jimmy and Manny.
And Andy, I will talk to you soon, brother.
Yeah, man. Take it easy, y'all.
Cheers, everybody.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye, everyone.